Magician David Copperfield catches on fire. The exclusive footage as a rehearsal for his TV stunt goes wrong. New details about the accident and what David told us about being hospitalized just last week for exhaustion.
Hollywood couples news. Is Pamela Anderson back together with Tommy Lee? And why Carson Daly and Tara Reid have pushed back their wedding date. Plus, the ET Insider scoop about what happened with Tom Cruise backstage at the Academy Awards.
A former Ally McBeal star speaks out about the intense pressure to be thin in Hollywood.
I still struggle.
She disliked her own body image. Now, Courtney Thorne-Smith comes to ET to detail her private struggle with her weight.
A rare sit-down interview with Elizabeth Taylor. How she was first on the scene of co-star Montgomery Clift's car accident.
I pulled his head off the dashboard, and he tried to say something. I said, "What is it, my love?"
The new PBS special with the life and loves of Elizabeth, in her own words.
The search for the next survivors begins.
Survivor! Survivor! Survivor!
Where there is more than 2,000 people line up to audition for the chance to be the next Colby, Elizabeth, or Nick.
Hey, ET, come on in.
This is Entertainment Tonight, the most watched entertainment news program in the world.
A dangerous TV stunt gone awry is our top Hollywood story. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Goen.
And I'm Mary Hart. David Copperfield on Fire is first up tonight. Rehearsals for the magician's latest primetime illusion took a frightening turn when his protective suit went up in flames. Now we have the never-before-seen footage as David details what happened.
Fire hit me, and, well, it was kind of scary. I got burned.
This is the terrifying moment the magician hoped would never come. Flames that were meant to surround him like a tornado unexpectedly made contact with his body. He stumbled to the floor, burning for 6 full seconds before his safety crew could reach him.
But this is before it was 2,000 degrees, before it was in a vortex, a lot less dangerous. But the fire still touched me, and I caught on fire.
Although David was not injured during the incident, the real stunt will be even more dangerous when he performs it live tomorrow night for the climax of his CBS special, Copperfield Tornado of Fire. This time, the flames will reach 2,000 degrees. And if this test dummy is any indication, the chances of surviving another accident are slim.
Basically, if the fire touches me, it's over. You know, I should die if the fire touches me because I wouldn't want to survive being burned that badly.
The accident occurred in Los Angeles just as preparations began for the special. Since then, rehearsals have been moved to New York, where Copperfield will perform the stunt. But on Friday, the production was struck by another mishap when David collapsed during a run-through and was taken to the hospital in a state of extreme exhaustion.
I hit my head on the floor, and they took me out in an ambulance, and they observed me and x-rayed me for any breaks.
Although he looked weary as he left the hospital, David says the show will go on, against the wishes of doctors and safety experts who fear for his life. Fueled by liquid propane, the flaming tornado is driven by a 19.5-foot helicopter blade that can create forces capable of blowing a house off its foundation.
What do you say to the boxer that shouldn't get into the ring with the other fighter? I'm going to do it and pray for the best.
Copperfield Tornado of Fire will also feature an illusion where David will travel through time with a member of the audience.
Warren Beatty's presidential power meeting is the top story of tonight's ET Newslink. TV cameras caught former President Bill Clinton holding court at yesterday's Los Angeles Lakers game versus the Knicks. Clinton appeared to be more interested in talk than basketball, chatting intensely with Beatty at one point during the game. Touched by an Angel has a new cast member as Valerie Bertinelli returns to television. Former One Day at a Time star will play a new-to-earth angel, learning the ropes from Roma Downey. Valerie makes her first appearance on the CBS series April 29th. The Blockbuster Entertainment Awards bring E.T. Kate Hudson and Cameron Diaz news. Both have confirmed to producers that they will be on hand for the annual event. Ricky Martin is set to perform on the April 11th Fox show, and Warren Beatty will be the recipient of this year's World Artist Award.
The award's going to be presented by Dustin Hoffman. They're old friends. They like each other. And I think there's going to be, there'll be a lot of fun in that segment.
And, of course, for details to these stories and all the Hollywood news, just click on to our ET website.
Survivor's success has turned ordinary people into cutthroat competitors. Tonight, we have the latest crop of potential contestants who will do almost anything for a chance to win the next $1 million prize.
Survivor! Survivor! Survivor!
I am wearing an Amazon warrioress costume.
This is my Jaguar, but, you know, I thought he'd get a kick out of coming along with me.
Stay tuned in July and August and see me on Survivor. The adventure began Saturday for more than 2,000 hopefuls who braved Sunset Boulevard for a shot at Survivor 3.
15 hours, 7 o'clock last night.
We assigned ET's resident Survivor expert Richard Hatch to scrutinize this band of adventurers.
These contestants are trying hard, and that's all they can do. But the people that are choosing the next contestants are looking for bright folks who know they're going to win.
While the exact location for Survivor 3 has yet to be announced, speculation is that these contestants could land in South America or Africa.
Hey, E.T., come on in.
This man brought his children in a motorhome 2 days early to be the first in line. The applicants were allowed to drop off tapes just like the ones the other castaways made.
Get that precious fruit.
It's all personality and relatability, and they have to have a sense of adventure.
I'm number 25.
760 from the crowd auditioned in person.
I'm the perfect contestant.
I've survived in the desert, out in the Arctic. I'm already thinking about my team, because I've actually duct taped some beef jerky in my chest.
Well, there are some interesting people in this group. There are some real wacky out there ones, but that's not going to get you in. Wacky and out there isn't enough.
Are you cutthroat?
And Jay Leno couldn't resist trying to outwit these tribal wannabes for an upcoming segment on The Tonight Show.
Most people, you said to them, would you walk around naked? Oh, God. These people go, yes, yeah, I'll get naked down.
Jay's not kidding. One man did strip down in front of the crowd just for a shot at the big payoff.
Oh, we love the money. Gotta go for the money, too.
I would do anything for $1 million except for, you know.
We know. About a dozen cities across America are holding auditions with more than 10,000 hopefuls expected. And early estimates of the weekend box office put Spy Kids solidly on top with a $27 million debut. Someone Like You finished second with just over $10 million, and Heartbreakers fell to third place with a little more than $8 million.
Kate Hudson's new movie hits theaters May 4th, and in it she finds a guy who wants to get romantic with her and her sisters as well. It's all about Adam in this ET first.
This place is full of ex-boyfriends. Sometimes you just wish a new face would pop up. Oh.
I'm Lucy, by the way.
Hello, Lucy. I'm Adam.
Kate Hudson thinks she's finally met the one in newcomer Stuart Townsend.
When we make love the first time, I want it to be exactly the way you'd like it to be.
Her entire family finds him intriguing.
This is my sister, Alice.
Well, hello.
This is my sister, Lara.
Maybe we could have a good chat sometime.
Of course, I would love that. Oh, gosh! Well, isn't he very nice now? There's a man down there called Adam. So, Adam, will you marry me?
About Adam looks at temptation and seduction, and what the love of one man can do to three sisters.
All this deception really makes me feel nervous. Look, Chantal.
Adam!
Oh, yes.
Have you had enough of us yet?
No, it's great. I love your family.
And in big screen casting news, Ashley Judd is set to star as the feline foe to Batman in a new Catwoman movie.
Coming up in the ET Insider.
Get the scoop on Paul McCartney's new $4 million Hollywood mansion and the star he bought it from. Pamela's night out with Tommy Lee, the story behind their reunion, and why Tara Reid has postponed her wedding with Carson Daly. And Ally McBeal's star speaks out on Hollywood and weight.
My goal is to learn to love and accept my body.
What she says about coping with the pressure to be thin. And we have the rare interview with Elizabeth Taylor that reveals the truth about her husbands, including Richard Burton.
I used to say, well, I'm not going to be another notch on his belt.
That's coming up on Entertainment Tonight.
My hair feels healthier than before I colored.
Cast and Color Spa by L'Oreal. It's the gentle, no ammonia color.
With essential oils. Healthy color, no grays.
Cast and Color Spa by L'Oreal Paris. Healthy color I can feel, and I'm worth it.
Get the latest kids' dress shoes on sale starting at $9.99, guaranteed in stock.
I wonder, does Brenda need a sweater? I wonder if Sarah would like karate. I wonder why I ever left the house.
Seasonal allergies can make you feel miserable. Only Once Daily Allegra has fexofenadine for long-lasting, non-drowsy allergy relief, so you can feel more like yourself again. For people 12 and older, side effects include headache, upper respiratory tract infection, and back pain. Call your doctor now for more information about Allegra and enjoy your world.
Coming up in the E.T. Insider, find out who Tom Cruise hugged backstage at the Academy Awards. It's news you won't hear anywhere else.
Everyone wants to take control of their lives.
Bridget Jones, wanton sex goddess. Dad.
Bridget Jones has the nerve to do it.
One has a choice. Accept defeat or not. I choose not.
You're looking very sexy, Jones.
This weekend at a special sneak preview.
I'm king of the world!
Experience the movie critics call wildly entertaining.
Perfect.
Bridget Jones's Diary.
To Bridget, who we love, just as she is.
Rated R. Special sneak preview this weekend. Check local listings.
When it comes to cars, Toyota has it all. Better quality, better value, and all the right choices. Starting with one of the lowest priced cars in America. Toyota, the right one for you.
This fall, Gary Coleman is Timmy Townsend, P.I. He's looking for clues and busting some moves.
Once bugs get into your home, there's only one way to get them out. Call the man, the Orkin Man, at 1-800-800-ORKIN.
On the wings of a legend, he senses your arrival. Pegasus.
Once bugs get into your home, there's only one way to get them out. Call the man, the Orkin Man, at 1-800-800-ORKIN.
Gordon Peterson, Gervier Dinza, 9 Eyewitness News weeknights at 6 and 11, where local news comes first.
From Pamela Anderson, arm in arm with her ex, Tommy Lee, to a change in wedding plans for Carson Daly and Tara Reid, we have the latest Hollywood couples news.
Are you guys back together?
Fueling speculation of a reconciliation, Pamela and Tommy Lee were together Saturday night. The couple was holding hands and posing for pictures at the TV Cares Red Ribbon celebration for AIDS awareness. But Pamela's publicist had no comment when E.T. asked if the two were an item once again. Anderson was at the event to present Hugh Hefner with an award for his work in the field.
Well, I'm very honored. I appreciate it. Very nice.
Tara Reid told E.T. she and fiancé Carson Daly were forced to postpone their wedding date due to a scheduling conflict.
I'm doing 3 movies at once right now, so this other movie that I just got just went right into the wedding, so we figured we might as well wait and do it right and like get 2 days off to get married and then, go right back to the set.
Tara has 2 new movies, Just Visiting in theaters Friday and Josie and the Pussycats, which opens April 11th. Bandmates Rachel Lee Cook and Rosario Dawson play Reid's lifelong friends, and the 3 are determined to become rock stars. In real life, the 2 will be Tara's bridesmaids, but they had to put their Versace dresses on hold.
Like, cancel the dresses because it's going to be a different season now, so the colors aren't going to match.
Yeah. He didn't get down on one knee, but he was too embarrassed that if I said no, we were in a restaurant. What would he do then?
Musician Royston Langdon surprised Liv on Valentine's Day with a vintage 1920s engagement ring. No wedding date has been set, but Liv does have a vision of the perfect ceremony.
Just like the most beautiful day of friends and family and food and happy music and just, you know what I mean, just fun.
I need some legal advice.
I will give you legal advice.
I got really into that. I really liked it.
Liv gets to dress like a dominatrix in the April 27th release, One Night at McCool's, opposite Paul Reiser, Matt Dillon, and John Goodman. Michael Douglas, who produced the film, also stars. And Liv says that playing the object of their desire was at times a bit embarrassing.
The car wash scene, I'm always like, I have to bury my head and crouch down, and I just feel a little bit shy about it.
You should see what she does with my hose.
We asked Liv if being engaged made her love scene with Matt Dillon a little more difficult. She said yes, joking that she didn't want to kiss some other, quote, stinky guy.
Next on Entertainment Tonight.
Elizabeth Taylor on growing up in the public eye.
I don't know why we weren't all a bunch of schizophrenics. Well, a lot of us were.
The Hollywood legend looks back in a never-before-seen interview. Ally McBeal's Courtney Thorne-Smith and her battle with body image.
I'm not there yet. I don't know if I'll ever really be there.
Why she felt constant pressure to lose weight. Get the scoop on Tom Cruise backstage at the Academy Awards and the Oscar winner who made him jump up and down.
That's next in the E.T. Insider.
I see the crystal raindrops fall and the beauty of it all when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you, just the two of us. We can make it if we try.
Romance, 99 cents. Hallmark, cards work.
Smooth Jazz 105.9 is giving away a free trip a day each weekday through the end of the year. Listen and win.
I think the most important aspect of what we're doing at Target is it's changing the way America thinks about design. Ordinary objects don't have to look ordinary. One of the shapes that we've used is the egg. It's easy to hold, it's fun to hold, it's rebirth. Which came first, the chicken, the egg, or the spatula? Every object has a purpose, but it should also have a personality. Good design doesn't have to be so serious or so seriously expensive. It's there for everybody.
May I serve the dessert, monsieur?
Yogurt?
New done in la crème yogurt. So good, even for dessert. Creamy, oui?
Creamy, oui.
Cream mild, oui? Not how you say, tart?
It's luscious.
My parents are so weird.
You're home early.
New from Dannon, La Crème Yogurt.
Ooh la crème.
Melwood, creating opportunities for people with disabilities for over 35 years. Tonight at 5, rowdy fans and bonfires have College Park's mayor speaking out today about the efforts of area police. We'll have the latest on this developing controversy. Then, Fairfax County teachers say they deserve a raise, and today marks the beginning of their week-long protest. See what this means for your kids and their activities at school. And it's one of the most common and most deadly forms of cancer. Learn the warning signs and symptoms of colon cancer. Tonight at 5 on 9 Eyewitness News, where local news comes first.
Tomorrow on E.T., Jennifer Aniston bears her soul in a new Vanity Fair interview. The Friends star talks about her estrangement from her own mother, why she hates her hair, and Brad Pitt's ex-girlfriend, Gwyneth. Will Smith as Muhammad Ali. We have the pictures from the set that show Will all bulked up and looking just like the boxing champ. Inside the world of tabloids, the secrets behind the headlines, how they got their start, and why Jackie O was the first celebrity target. That's tomorrow.
From Melrose Place to Ally McBeal, Courtney Thorne-Smith found out what it's like to have her weight in the Hollywood spotlight. Now Courtney talks about the pressure she put on herself to be thin.
I still struggle. I don't think I'm healed. I mean, if the press came out and said, Courtney, you're stupid, I wouldn't even process it because I happen to have a lot of confidence there. But if the press came out and said, Courtney, you're fat, I'd go, because that happens to be a vulnerability for me.
Feeling and looking much healthier since leaving Ally McBeal last season, Courtney says that losing weight is no longer an obsession, but that her battle with her body image is ongoing.
I'm not there yet. I don't know if I'll ever really be there, but that's my goal now. Instead of my goal being having my body look a certain way, my goal is to learn to love and accept my body where it needs to be when it's healthy.
Courtney played contributing editor for this month's Self magazine on newsstands now. and was joined at a party celebrating the issue by a very pregnant Lisa Rinna, her husband Harry Hamlin, and Becker's Terry Farrell, who echoes Courtney's concern for actresses whose desire to be thin goes too far.
I think the pressure is very real because you do look better when you're thinner on camera, but it's a measure of how much thinner. You know, to lose a little bit of weight, to have a little less excess that looks better on camera is a lot different than becoming anorexic and letting it completely consume your life.
And I think that there is a certain amount of pressure that comes from outside, but most of it is the stuff I put on myself. I mean, nobody else cares if I gain or lose 3 pounds.
Courtney also tells us she's back at work doing a TV show with James Belushi, and she is writing more for Self magazine.
Professionally, she is considered by many to be the last great movie star, and her 8 marriages and many divorces make her personal life more incredible than any Hollywood movie. Well, now Elizabeth Taylor reveals intimate details of her past in a rare television interview. Taylor opens up on her life, loves, and career in Elizabeth Taylor, England's Other Elizabeth. Airing Wednesday as part of the PBS series Great Performances, she reveals the pain of growing up a child star who was often torn between acting and schoolwork.
It was not easy. I don't know why we weren't all a bunch of schizophrenics. Well, a lot of us were.
An international star before she hit her teenage years, Taylor made the transition to smoldering seductress at 17 opposite heartthrob Montgomery Clift. The two would star in 3 films together and kept Hollywood abuzz during the mid-50s, but no more so than in May of 1956 when Clift was involved in a horrendous car wreck after leaving a party at Taylor's home.
I was first on the scene and pulled his head off the dashboard. And he tried to say something. I said, "What is it, my love? What is it, baby?" And finally I made out, "Could you pull my teeth out?" And he had 2 front teeth going through his tongue.
Clift survived, but was permanently disfigured. Taylor would go on to eventually marry, and marry, and marry. But it was on the set of 1963's Cleopatra that she lost her heart to Richard Burton.
I used to say, well, I'm not going to be another notch on his belt. And the first day that we worked together, he was suffering from a hangover. Surprise! And his hands were all shaky, and he looked such a mess. And he was trying to drink a cup of coffee, and his hand was going like that. And I said, "Would you like me to help you?" So I held the cup to his lips, and our eyes locked, and he drank the whole cup, and we just kept looking at each other.
Taylor's longtime friend Shirley MacLaine is also featured.
She had fallen in love with Richard, and I was asking her about it. And she was sitting at a table drinking champagne. And I think she thought that I disapproved of her going from one man to the other. And she lifted the glass of champagne, and she looked straight into my eyes, and they welled up. Her eyes welled up with tears, and she said, "Richard has taught me how." And the tears spilled over, and she put the glass here so that the tear would fall into the champagne. How to love. I started to cry. I thought, listen, she loves this man, whatever I've heard about him. She had it so poetically described to me so that I would approve.
Now, tomorrow on ET, we'll have more of Elizabeth's compelling sit-down interview. And we'll be right back with ET Insider News on Tom Cruise and Paul McCartney's new mansion. In 1990, was it Beverly Hillbillies star Donna Douglas, Max Baer Jr., or Buddy Ebsen, who said about their marriage 5 years earlier, "We are living in the blessing of that moment"? Your answer's next in the ET Birthdays. Closed captioning provided by...
When I drive with this little guy, I drive with confidence because I trust my brakes to Meineke.
At Meineke, you'll get a lot, but you won't pay a lot.
You know it never fails. The temperature changes, and I hate everything in my closet. Goodbye, black. Hello, pink. My favorite designer. For next to nothing. A whole new wardrobe. I love spring cleaning.
TJ Maxx, you should go.
The 2001 DeVille with OnStar. And now, DeVille also comes with this impressive lease. Residency restrictions apply. Call for important lease details. The 2001 DeVille, the fusion of design and technology. Cadillac.
Come on, they're not in the house. I'm going to give you a serious timeout.
Honey, we're pregnant.
Oh, okay. What?
Pipe down! I can't hear my show.
If you're ready for a bigger home, we'll help you get a bigger loan. At Washington Mutual, we write our own approval rules. That's the power of yes.
Dad, exchange students here.
We've got all the newest releases for kids here at the Walmart Home Entertainment Department.
Walt Disney Pictures presents a bird who thinks he's a dog and a dog who's trying to earn her spots in the greatest adventure known to canines. Now you can own the best family film out there, Disney's 102 Dalmatians. Coming to video and Disney DVD. Available April 3rd at Walmart.
For the latest children's videos at everyday low prices, come into Walmart.
Who says you have to be all sweetness and light? A little tartness can be refreshing. Crystal Light Ruby Red Grapefruit, a fruity blend of tart and sweet and just 5 calories. So, drink to your heart's content.
It's easy, also easy.
You've got mail.
24-hour customer service.
Everything I want all in one place.
So easy to use, no wonder it's #1. Easy.
Hello, Tums Ultra or Pepsid Complete?
Dose for dose, Tums Ultra neutralizes twice as much acid as Pepsid's acid, yet the Pepsid costs more.
Tums Harry.
Having an ET-style star birthday today, Pamela Reed turns 52. Linda Hunt is 56.
And which Beverly Hillbillies star said in 1990 about their marriage 5 years earlier?
We are living in the blessing of that moment.
That's Buddy Ebsen. Today, he's 93.
Tom Cruise quickly came and went at last week's Oscar show, but the insider knows that he stopped to talk with one of its comedy writers, Bruce Valanche.
We stood in the wings, and he watched Cameron Crowe win the Screenplay Award and jumped up and down and hugged. He was very excited because Cameron Crowe wrote and directed Jerry Maguire.
And the insider has learned that Paul McCartney has bought some California grass, 2 acres of it, plus the 4,700 square foot house that's sitting at the end of its long gated driveway. Paul bought the Hollywood Hills home from Courtney Love, who had bought it from Ellen DeGeneres. He paid Courtney $4 million. Get back.
Well, the highly anticipated movie Bridget Jones's Diary has a big New York premiere tonight.
And tomorrow on ET, we'll have all the news from the stars Renee Zellweger and Hugh Grant, but that's all for tonight. See you tomorrow.
So long.
Eyewitness News this morning from 5 to 7 a.m.
Start your day with the most comprehensive news from overnight.
Now, with expanded weather and traffic on the 9s. 9 Eyewitness News from 5 to 7 a.m., where local news comes first.
Sweet. You like? I like. Check this. Wait. Let's go.
Tiburon from Hyundai, backed by America's best warranty plan. So you're free to take on the open road when you find it.
One day up on our grand